Deputy Joe Costello to propose motion number 37.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Joe Costello, Dublin Central. Nearly 2 years after the bubble burst, the economy is still in sharp decline. The financial institutions that caused the crisis have devoured billions of taxpayers' money and are looking for billions more. The dysfunctional bank Anglo-Irish is such a basket case that nobody knows the extent of its bad debts. NAMA is finding that only a third of the portfolios it is acquiring have any meaningful commercial value. Anybody who bought their houses after 2003 are now finding that they are negative equity. Unemployment has more than doubled. 40,000 net immigrants last year out of the country, and a further 60,000 are estimated this year. We're back to the worst days of the 1950s. It is a sorry litany, but it is also a national tragedy. And what is the government's response? The government's response is to put a virtually unlimited guarantee to the people who caused the crisis in the first place. Secondly, it is to top up the pensions and to give golden handshakes to those who failed in regulation. And thirdly, it is to provide a private, limited inquiry that's going nowhere and is intended to go nowhere. And there is a symbol of just the way the government have responded in my own constituency and some others in the North Inner City and the South Inner City. A swimming pool in Sean McDermott Street, a swimming pool in Crumlin and a swimming pool in Coolock are going to close down this summer because the government can't afford to provide 1.2 million to keep them open. That is a symbol of the government's response. That is the symbol of how the poor are now paying for the crisis that was created by the rich elites, by the bankers and by the friends of Fianna Fáil. Labour have promised, and Labour owe it to the taxpayer, and they will deliver on this, that they will carry out a thorough investigation if the government won't do it, to get to the root cause of the problem in the first place. Who was responsible? It is absolutely essential to find out what was the cause of Ireland's financial collapse. And it is important to ensure that we can, first of all, not make the same mistakes again. But secondly, we must apportion blame. It is not good enough to let those people off the hook. We must apportion blame, we must distribute sanctions, and we must put people in prison where appropriate. And I am fully supportive of the Criminal Assets Bureau being brought in this case. That, delegates, is the only way to go about this business. This government won't do it, but we, Labour in government, will do it. I urge you to support this motion.